Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks and another random destruction for you. Bit of a Russian theme, this one, in fact featuring two of the three T-54 models that are in game. This is the standard T-54, the Tier 9 Russian medium. And the next one is the T-54 lightweight again. Yeah, loving that tank, loving the upgraded sort of Tier 9 version of it. Really like it, giving me a bit of a new lease of life towards sort of World of Tanks. Not that it was waning, it did do a while ago, but I got back into it. But yeah, with that, it's the first tank in a long time that I look forward to jumping in and trying to get some XP in it to grind through it. And it's one that I'm definitely going to be keeping even when I unlock the Tier 10 light tank. But anyway, back to this one. Both of these were actually recorded on the PS4 hard drive again. Still having capture card problems, still not managed to get hold of a new one yet. And not just that, I mean these two, you know, they weren't recorded on here because of the capture card. They were just, I'd sort of done my bits for the day and was just having a bit of a potter about, just getting a couple of daily doubles, and just didn't have it connected up, so recorded it just using the hard drive. But yeah, T-54, I like the T-54. A lot of people call it the Heat 54, and you know, believe that you have to basically just fire nothing but heat out of it. And I see so many of these where they are just firing nothing but heat to become effective, because it does have fairly low pen, especially for a Tier 9 medium as well. You get a choice of two guns on it. One of them has, I think it's about 219 pen, which isn't too bad. They both have the same premium pen, which I think, if I remember rightly, is 330. Although that does seem particularly high, although I'm pretty sure it is that, but anyway. But the difference between them is essentially one has 219 pen, slightly lower rate of fire, aim time and accuracy than the other one. The other one, which is the one that I use, has 201 pen, which is very low for a Tier 9 medium, and has obviously slightly increased rate of fire, aim time and accuracy over the other gun. And I do carry 10 heat rounds. You know, I carry premium rounds in all of my tanks, but I do feel that they're only, so you know, you don't need to use them all the time, and you know, other people might disagree, and that's their choice. I just feel that you don't need to, and that you can get away with just using your normal rounds most of the time, and just swap to your heat when you really need to. However, this E75 is going to try and prove me wrong. Now it's an encounter match. It is a Tier 9 map, I think. That was a close one. I'm glad they missed. And I'm in a very awkward spot now. I've been asked to come and help out up here by the light tank. He's unfortunately been killed. And I've got myself behind this rock with an E75 to my left. And various TDs and whatever else is up there on the hill just over to my sort of front right. And I think I can just be in a position to side scrape against them both at the same time if I'm lucky, although I think the E75 will probably pen me at that angle. So I've just got to keep an eye on him. He's popped back up on the map. I did take a bounce from him. That was lucky, I didn't think I would then. But I've got to keep an eye on him. You see, I've got to keep an eye on him and keep trying to do some damage to him, as well as keep an eye on the guys over to the right and try and avoid them as well. And at the minute, I just can't pen the front of that E75 with the angle is at, so I've swapped to my heat. I take it from him. I've just taken a hit from something else over to the right again, pulling back. And even with heat, that one didn't go through. Now I've just taken a bounce from the E75. Did manage to get one through, but that RU-251 managed to get one into the side of me. Again, I think that's probably what hit me before. So I've got to be very careful. I might try and just adjust my angle slightly. Yeah, he's taken another shot. The E75's pulled back again. And just took a bit of a speculative shot where I thought he might have been. Even if I missed him and it came close, it might have made him pull back a bit. Still keeping an eye on that E75. And now I've got a Martian coming across. Great. But I've got his side, so I'll be able to pen him. There's a Tiger P there. The E75 is still there though, and I'm taking a risk here at this point. And I'm just keeping an eye on the map for that E75 as well. But I'm not quite sure what happens to him. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the... Oh, the Tiger Pete's pulled back. Managed to get him, that's what I was waiting for. Keep an eye on the battle log or the kill log coming up the side, because I'm not entirely sure what happens to the E75. I've still got the side of that mountain. I've got the side of his turret at least, and not anymore. Go for the tracking shot. I'll try and track him. I think I managed to track him, so he can't advance on me if he decides to. Got the side of him again, or the side of his turret, and I swapped to heat. Because I'm going to really, really struggle to pen the front of him from where I was. Or from how he'd positioned himself, however. Somebody took him down. IC 152, I think that was. So I swap back to my standard ammo again. And very, very cautiously start peeking out. I think somebody just put a shot in at that rock that I was behind. I'm going to peek through these bushes. Now I know they're over there somewhere. Now that heavy's dead. Artie just had him. There's still a light tank. I think it's the RU-251. Yep. There's still a Swedish TD. There he is, the S1. There's the RU-251. Managed to get one into him. Pull back again. Because it's still two Artie knocking about somewhere. And... oh, that was lucky. If he'd have penned, I think he'd have had me then. But I just managed to take him down and bounce that one off the front. Just waiting to drop off radar. I'm going to go for that TD, which is over here somewhere. And hopefully he's not facing in my direction when I do find him. Oh, there he is. Oh, and I don't know if it was or not. That was a very lucky shot. Just a quick snapshot. And now it's a case of going after Artie and mopping up. And again, I've just got to hope that when I do find Artie that they're not facing me. Because at this range, well, yeah, just a bit of splash damage and I'll be done. There they are. One of them isn't. The other one is trying, but he missed, thankfully, and it was a tier 7. But he still would have, if he'd have hit me, he still would have taken me down. And now the other one's charging in towards me. Avoid him, which isn't a problem. And yeah, well, our RT didn't even hit him and killed him. But not a bad game. Quite a nice one in the T-54. I sometimes get a bit too aggressive in that and think the armour can save me from a bit more than it actually can. But yeah, I quite enjoyed that one. Only a second class mastery. People do a lot better than that in the T-54. But a high caliber and 3,600 damage. I'm happy with that one. It was a nice daily double at least. I'm pretty sure that was a daily double, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was. So yeah, more than happy with that one. And starting to get to grips with the T-54 a bit more now. I'm not playing it quite as aggressively early on. But I am enjoying it. I don't know. From playing the 54 lightweight, I just wish it was a bit quicker. But then again, I think it would just be a bit too OP. But that, yeah, that 201 pen, you do have to work a bit harder sometimes and really know when to switch your ammo out. Anyway, on to the next one. T-54 lightweight again. Tier... I don't know why it started so late in, it shouldn't have done. I'm not sure if it's tier 9 or 10 match now. I think it's no, it's tier 10 definitely, because I've just remembered what happens in it. And it's an assault and we're on the attack here on Sand River. Now normally I'd have probably gone up into the mountains up in the northeast corner, but I decided to come down this way in the dunes. Even though I've really got crap gun depression, I can at least spot, hopefully get assisted damage if it comes down to that. And well, if not, and we get some sort of lone tanks over here, hopefully I can do a bit of circling and dogfighting, etc. I really do like the T-54 lightweight. Yeah, that was bad. That was badly aimed. I'm going to keep moving. They're just out of render range up there. Now, it doesn't look like many of our team have gone the other way, but it looks like most of the enemy team have. In fact, it doesn't look as though any of the enemy team have come this way at all. which is surprising. That's why I've sort of just waited slightly for some other people to catch up just in case, because there is normally some of the enemy team that comes this way, and they haven't. So this ridge might be a good place to do a bit of sniping. There's Artie. Managed to get one into him. And somebody takes him down before I can reload. But yeah, this ridge line might be a good place to get some shots in. And there we go, an E75. Pull back a bit. Got 180 armour on the front of here. Need to be careful. I don't think it's going to stop a fully upgraded E75, but he's just bounced. So I'm not sure that he's fully upgraded. I've just taken a hit from something there. That's Strev. He's backed off, so just be careful. So can you get one into that T110E5? Yep. E75. Well, it went out of my line of sight. We've got a pattern just below me. I don't want to get spotted because it'll light me up for those across there. I'm going to take a risk. Just pop one into him if need be. So I'm targeted. Nothing's shooting at me though. Could have dropped down into the riverbed. That was alright. That was risky though, because something is, or was, still looking at me. Not anymore. And I don't seem to be able to see anything, so I'll make a run with that medium tank that's going up that way. But as I said in the first video, I really do like the sort of upgraded version of this. I'm not sure if it got a bigger engine or better power to weight ratio than it had initially. I can't quite remember. It's been that long since I unlocked it, had it, and got rid of it. But the pen on the gun now uses APCR as standard. It's got a great rate of fire, about 8.3 rounds a minute, I think, and it's got something like 208 pen. So it's got, it's got more standard pen than the Tier 9, the normal T54 medium. But I am really enjoying this tank. I don't seem to get a lot of assisted in it. I seem to get a lot of my own damage done, but not so much assisted. Now, where are we? Still could go either way at this point. Somebody was dinging the enemy base, but I wasn't going to go and sit in it. I'm going to try and do a bit more down here, and hopefully somebody might go and sit in it to put the pressure on a bit more. Flick over, T110E5 on his own. There's nothing else there. I don't think I actually managed to get a hit in there. Somebody ammo racked him. So I'm going to go after this other E75. And again, keep an eye on the map, seeing what's busy. There's a heavy off to my left. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. I am spotted, but nobody's aiming at me. Now they are. Now they're not. So I don't know if that was that heavy just over on my sort of rear left. It could have been. There's a TD up there as well, but I'm going to try and use the terrain to stay out of sight. Now that light tank, unfortunately for him, is on his side. I don't know if you can quite see that, and I didn't realise just until I was about to pull the trigger that it was actually on his side, so that was quite lucky. And is that Tier 10 Swedish TD? It is. I'm going to get a shot into him. Bit of revenge. Yep. Nope. Just damaged his gun. No damage done. But he's done. Anyway, and now all we've got left is a light tank. And if I remember rightly, it's Tier 10 Russian medium. The, whatever it is it the LT 100, something like that? Or the 100, no, I can't remember anyway. The one after this. And I thought I'd last seen him somewhere down here. I thought he might be hiding. Because we've either got to cap out, or we've got to destroy all the tanks. All they've got to do is, have one survive until we can't cap out. But somebody's got the idea and started to cap while we go looking for this guy. And check out where they'd said. I wasn't paying attention to the map. Like I said, last time I saw him he was down near there, and I thought he might be hiding somewhere. But he's not. He's running around in the dunes, and a very lucky lock-on fire while moving. He wasn't, so that was quite lucky. I do take one in return. But now it's down to a bit of a dogfight between me and him. T100 LT, that's it. I managed to get a shot into him, he misses. Wait for it. Although at this range, to be honest with APCR, you don't really tend to need to lead the target. And, yeah. Just went for the shot rather than the ram. I would have liked to have shot him in mid-air. I don't think I'd quite managed it, but it was quite satisfying nonetheless. And again, just a fun game in the T54 lightweight. I really am enjoying this tank. So you're probably going to see a hell of a lot more of it. So yeah, just over 3,200 of my own damage done, or just under 3,300, whichever you want to look at it. 1,700 assisted. And my first mark of excellence on it as well. I'd already got about 50-something% on it when I bought it back. Had maybe half a dozen games in it, I think. And I managed to get my first mark, so yeah, quite chuffed with that one. There you go anyway, hope you've enjoyed that one. And don't worry, there will be another video hopefully today if I can get it done in time, and because it keeps getting requested. It's not a Lux review, but it is a bit of Lux gameplay, so just a bit of a short video that I'm going to try and upload as well today. So until then, take care out there, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.